Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another episode of Around A3. Today's episode is incredibly special because we have the one and only, the legendary, the doctor we all know and care about, the guy that we can't believe is still single, the one and only Dr. Salman Khan. Round of applause for Dr. Salman Khan. Today, Doctor,
Thank you.
we're gonna have Dr. Salman Khan tell us some cool tips about what we can be doing during these times and some things that we can, try to attribute into our lifestyles right now and get the best out of this situation. So, assalamu alaikum, Dr. Salman. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us today.
I'm good, Marcus. I'm good, Aarij. How are you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing well, too. Hey, so Dr. Salman, we wanted to ask you, in terms of mental health, a lot of people have been struggling right now. You know, obviously there's a lot going on outside, but being stuck at home isn't easy. So in your experience or whatever you'd like to share, what do you think some people can do to maybe alleviate some stress?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation. Obviously with the social distancing thing, it's hard to go out and meet your friends or hang out in groups. But, I think one of the most important things to do is you should still try and stay connected. We have obviously physical connection's not as easy, but you can still do phone calls, video chats, all that stuff. Even just a simple phone call, I think that's really important. I think honestly, in terms of mental health, I think just having a balanced lifestyle is the most important thing. Making sure that you eat the right things, exercise, do all that. And they actually become more important because it's a more of a stressful situation. You're not talking, you're not having so much of a social life, so those other things become more important. So I think just having a balanced lifestyle is the most important thing, and I think honestly those are, especially exercise, I think it's the best way. It's like a natural antidepressant, going out, doing any sort of physical activity can really help lighten your mood, especially if you do it consistently every day. So
okay,
those are just a few things.
Yeah, that's some great advice. Along with, you mentioned physical exercise and stuff, obviously a lot of people are struggling with diets too, being at home all the time and, they don't have enough time to go outside and stuff. So we're eating junk food. I know I have. I've probably gained a couple of pounds being home too. So you're always giving me such great advice about diet. What can people look to try to keep in mind right now while they're stuck at home?
Right. Yeah. Well, the good thing is you can still go to the grocery store. So, we haven't reached that point where, so your food options aren't too limited. I think vegetables, honestly, people don't eat enough veggies, in my opinion. You should, really vegetables are probably the most important thing you can eat. The more vegetables you have, I'm sure there's a positive correlation between that and long life and good health. So, make sure that at least with every meal, you kind of have a balanced meal. Eat as much vegetables as you can. Make sure that you, have a good protein source as well as some carbs. Limit the fats, the oils. I'm not here to say, sugar obviously, you should not be eating it a lot, but, I'm not going to be a Nazi about it. It's okay to have a chocolate once in a while, but try and eat, I think people get too caught up in like having a structured diet plan and, they're like, oh, I got to follow this diet, follow these rules, and then they get so caught up in all this, in this very complicated diet that they actually end up losing motivation and falling off a bandwagon. So I think for that, I don't tell people, like me personally, I cannot stick to a diet for that reason. It's too hard, especially with the way day-to-day life is. You get busy, you get caught up with things. It's hard to stick to a really, rigid diet. So just in general guidelines, I think you should follow for every meal. No matter what you decide, have some flexibility about it, but make sure you always have vegetables with that meal, and it's very easy to incorporate vegetables into pretty much any recipe. And a good protein source and some carbs and, just do that consistently. That's the best thing you can do.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate all the hard work and dedication you guys are putting in. I know you guys are at the forefront right now fighting this disease, so we really appreciate all of the medical help that you guys provide, and may Allah bless you for all your work. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know you're really busy. Really appreciate your time, And
No worries.
keep me in your duas, and we'll keep you in your duas. Thank you so much, Salman.
All right, you too, man. All right, assalamu
Assalamu alaikum. The last thing we wanted to end with today is I wanted to shout out my buddy Yasher. He gave me a great idea that we should start sharing a quote at the end of every episode. So we're going to try to do that for a couple episodes. And any other suggestions you might have and things like that, please share them in the comments below. Today's quote I thought was very relevant to what Dr. Salman spoke about. And that ultimately is, just like our great president said, Franklin D. Roosevelt said, what we have to fear itself is fear. Oh wait, did I say that wrong? What we have to fear is fear itself. There we go.
There you go.
So, and that it means that, just like Dr. Salman said, we can still try to maintain a normal and healthy lifestyle. Just stop living in fear and live to be proud. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to shout out Alian. Thank you so much for holding the camera this whole time. And if you like this new concept of our show, we're going to be changing it up every day. So if you have any other suggestions about what we might want to be doing, please let us know, and we'll inshallah try to incorporate it. Look forward to tomorrow. I think we're going to have our cousin and our sister Rafa inshallah join us tomorrow and give us some advice about weight loss and things like that and what we can do. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.